10 years of working in veteran service groups, that whole thing fell apart. One reason or another, everything ended, and I felt lost. My name is Cliff Sossman, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of Tailgate Chat. I'm coming to you from the tailgate of my pickup truck, and this isn't just a backdrop. It's a symbol. A tailgate is where people come together to connect, share stories, or reflect after the workday is done. And that's what this podcast is going to be all about. Creating a space for real conversations about life, purpose, passion, and the road that connects them all. You see, I know what it feels like to be lost and searching for direction. To wonder if you're really on the path you're supposed to be on. Maybe you're young and just getting started in life, or perhaps you're a veteran starting a new life after your service to this great nation is over. Maybe you're embarking on a new season in life. Or maybe you're that professional who looks successful on the outside and has a great job, but feels restless on the inside. Wherever you are, this podcast is for you. My mission here is simple: to help you unlock your sense of purpose. And I'm going to do that by sharing my own journey, the highs, the lows, and the lessons I've learned along the way. Sometimes I'll be here solo, just like today, talking to you from the tailgate of this truck. Other times I'll be joined by people I know who have faced their own battles and found their own sense of purpose. Together, we'll uncover the tools, the stories, and the spark that you need to move forward with confidence that you're finding your sense of purpose. So buckle up, settle in, and let's kick this journey off together, because this isn't just about talking. It's about doing. And it all starts right here today with Tailgate Chat. I'm a Marine, spent 6 years in the Corps, traveled the world. My wife and I have started businesses together. I've led veteran service organizations as the founder and executive director, but most importantly, I'm a husband, a father, a son, and a brother. I've been on top of the mountain, doing what I loved and knowing it's exactly what I needed to be doing. I've also been in the dark valley, lost, depressed, not knowing what my purpose was and feeling like I was not in control of my own life. See, a couple years ago, I was the executive director of a veteran service organization. And after 10 years of working in veteran service groups, that whole thing fell apart. One reason or another, everything ended, and I felt lost. And that's where we find and we search for meaning. And that's what brings us here today. Tailgate Chat was born out of an idea to share my stories and experience with others. And this podcast is part of a larger movement that will be coming. I will share more of the details with you as we connect and get to know each other and chat right here on the tailgate. See, a tailgate, it represents open space, real conversations. There's no judgment here. I promise that listeners will get inspiration through my stories. Future conversations will be with inspirational individuals, leaders, people who are chasing purpose and have found it. We're going to get some practical lessons and challenges that you can apply to your own life. This podcast isn't about me, it's about us, and we're growing together. What is purpose? The dictionary says it's something that is set up as an object or an end to be obtained. It's intention, resolution, determination. Biblically, it's God's intended plan and design for creation, including humanity, and the individual calling and mission each believer is meant to pursue. See, there are no random occurrences. Everything is deliberate and strategic, designed in God's will. Do you need to have a purpose to live a wonderfully fulfilled life? Well, I'll let you determine that. But I'll bet if you take a look back over and examine your past, you'll find that without knowing it, you had a purpose. You just didn't realize it at the time. Without purpose, life can look restless or lost. You can feel like a wanderer searching for something, but not knowing what. With it, everything appears with clarity, and you feel full of fire and resilience. And it's what I like to say is you're in fuego. See, I spent 6 years in the Marines, and at the time, I didn't feel like I had a purpose. My goal was to get out of my small-ass town and a crazy ex-girlfriend and go make my mark on the world. I wanted to serve as my dad had done and do my part to protect freedom. It was not until many years later, when reflecting on my time in the Corps, that I realized serving was my purpose. I was a part of something greater than myself. And when I say serving was my purpose, I don't mean being in the service per se. I mean serving those around me, being a part of a team of Marines, being there for my brothers and sisters each and every day, contributing to the mission that was at hand. That was my purpose. If you were to look back over your time on this beautiful blue ball, what has been your purpose? Now, you didn't realize it at the time, or even until now. What drove you to get out of bed, to accomplish? What was the thing that motivated you could not stop striving for? I want you to think about that. We're going to take some time. I want you to take some time this week. Look back, reflect. Remember what drove you back in the day. It may not be what drives you today, and that's okay. We all go through different seasons in life, and God puts different challenges in front of us as we walk through this journey. Each season prepares us for the next. And if you're in between seasons and you feel like you are lost, it's okay to not have it all figured out. Finding your sense of purpose is a journey, and we are going to travel this road together. In the next episode, I'll share the challenges I faced when I lost my sense of purpose and the mission I had spent over a decade developing and working toward and was successful at. I was on top of the mountain, brother, and I fell right into that valley. But the real story here is how I came walking out of that valley and how that journey led me to speaking right here today to you. No matter where you are in your journey, I'm right here with you. From this tailgate, we will map it out, and you will arrive where you are meant to be, on time, and ready to fulfill your purpose. So I want to take a minute, and I want to thank you for spending your time with me today and joining me on this trip. It's not going to be perfect, I promise you. But I also promise that I will do my best to make it worth your time. And I will do my best to fill your tank. I humbly ask that if you found this useful, take a moment to subscribe, click the like, share, follow buttons, and join the community that we're building. We're all going to take this road trip together. This is Tailgate Chat, where we drive your purpose and fuel your fire.